Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to wish you a very happy International Day of Education. I'm Akshay, Senior Manager, Business Development, Executive Education, Corporate Training and Consulting at International School of Management Excellence, Bangalore. With 17 years of experience partnering with senior leaders on growth strategy and capability building, I'm delighted to moderate today's panel discussion. And I welcome you all to today's panel discussion on why pursue CPA integrated with PGDM. In an increasingly global and competitive finance landscape, students are looking beyond traditional pathways to build career that combine technical depth with managerial capability. The integration of the US CPA qualification with a PGDM program is one of such emerging pathway. Today, we'll hear insight from our distinguished panelists on how this integrated approach shapes careers, enhances global employability, and prepares students for the leadership role. First, I would like to introduce Dr. Nitin Garg, Director, ISME. Dr. Nitin is a founder director of ISME and co-founder of all other companies of NVT Group. He's a BTech and MTech from IIT Bombay, MBA from Carnegie Mellon University, USA, and a PhD holder from IIM Lucknow. He is a certified SAP Enterprise Buyer professional and Ariba consultant. He has also undergone numbers of other specialized training programs on IT subjects and ISO 9000 SSR training courses accredited by Sheffield Hallam University, UK. I welcome you to this webinar, sir. We
Thank you.
have we also have Mr. Sripal Jain, co-founder Simandhar Education. Mr. Sripal Jain, CA, CPA, is a first generation entrepreneur, co-founder and lead faculty at Simandhar Education. He's an official channel partner of AICPA in India. With over decades of industry experience, he specializes in audit, corporate finance, IFRS, US GAAP, ICFR, SOX 404, and finance. He's a recognized thought leader with 50,000 plus LinkedIn followers. He has been named among the 10 best education leaders of 2021 and Best Entrepreneur of Telangana 2018. He has served as visiting faculty at IIMs, Geetham, and Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and was invited by NASBA to discuss CPA initiatives in the USA. I welcome you too, sir.
Thank you, Akshay.
We have Mr. Prasad Dhulipalla, Director of Grant Thornton INDUS, Bangalore. Mr. Prasad is currently serving as Director of Grant Thornton's KCC in Bangalore. Prasadji leads the central region of US practice as a part of his manages the dynamics of client services, quality, and business relationship. Mr. Prasad holds master degree in accounting from New Mexico State University, USA, and is a licensed certified public accountant in Arizona, as well as a number of American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, underscoring his strong technical and professional expertise. I welcome you, sir.
You, Akshay.
We have Mrs. Soni Thakkar, faculty at Simandhar Education, with over 30 years of progressive experiences across coaching, education management, academic training, that is to graduate CA, US CPAs. She is also a corporate trainer and a corporate finance. And the faculty member brings a strong academic depth and industry orientation. She holds lead roles in corporate finance, including budgeting, MIS, financial analysis. She is a rank holder chartered accountant, awarded a silver medal in DBF. And we have Ms. Dr. Sweta Basim, Associate Professor at ISME. She is an MBA in Marketing, PhD, as well as a professor and controller of examination with over decades of experience in teaching and academic administration at ISME. She holds a PhD in marketing from VKSU, an MBA marketing and a BA in economics from Patna University, and she is a certified train the trainer by National Skill Development Corporation. I welcome all the panelists here for this wonderful session of PGDM integrated with USCA. we would like to move ahead with some of the questionnaire which generates through the student's perspective, student's mind. And I would like to begin with Dr. Nitin, Director at ISME. So, what is unique about the ISME PGDM with Simandhar US CPA integration?
So good. Thank you, Akshay, and thank you for the introduction. And so, what we have done out here with the partnership which is there between ISME and Simandhar, we have got together two institutions which are leaders in their own space. ISME, which is one of the top management institutions in the country, and provides AICT approved PGDM program, and Simandhar for the US CPA training. Now, these two together bring up a unique program known as PGDM plus US CPA. Now, as far as ISME is concerned, this program of PGDM, there are two or three very unique things. First of all, it is AICT approved, which means that it is equivalent to MBA. We have an equivalence to MBA, and this is in online format. So everybody becomes an MBA while they go through the training of CPA. Second, of course, you are getting this MBA from ISME, which is one of the top leading institutions in the country. And we are ranked as among the top 30 institutes in the country. And you can go through our website to see all the other amazing things which ISME is done in the recent past. So, though the strength of ISME is coming together with the strength of Simandhar within the management and accounting space. And that is unique as far as this program is concerned. As we go along, I'm sure we'll get into the details of how this program has been designed, and what are the other functions. But this is at the initial level. It's this strength of two institutions providing the best in management education and the best in accounting training.
Definitely, sir. So I would also add to it for the candidates who are listening or undergoing this webinar that this AICT approved PGDM will give you minimum 60 credit, which is also required to complete your eligibility to appear for your examination. And why PGDM instead of MBA is PGDM has more practical subjects and updated syllabus rather than the contemporary or the MBA syllabus in comparison. So
I completely agree, and I think this is a very good point to emphasize. And this is probably the natural question: is that what is the difference between PGDM and MBA? See, the MBA curriculums are generally set by universities. Many times they are set only once in 5 years, sometimes even more than that. But let's at least consider once in 5 years. So whatever curriculum you will be training on will be much older. PGDM curriculum, there is a flexibility by our academic board where some of the top people are on the academic board. In this case, you are already seeing Prasad ji, who's part of that academic board, who comes from both the management and the accounting side, and there are many other top people on the academic board, and they design the curriculum which is latest. And in this case, as you will get to hear, the management curriculum has been designed taking into account the additional knowledge of CPA, so you don't have to repeat anywhere else you go. An MBA curriculum is a standalone. It cannot have any integration, and you will not be able to gain that advantage of integration. So that is the thing. It is latest, it is applied, it is and in this case it has been modified also to suit, and that we will go through the discussions of how it has been modified to suit the things, and of course what suit this program. And of course what Akshay had said, you will get 60 credits, which is mandatory, because today I think it is 120 credits which is mandatory, but it is 150 credits are preferred. So you have to do a master's program anyway. And last point is some of you might already be masters. You might say, why I still need it? Need it because your value in the organization becomes much, much higher if you are an MBA plus a CPA thing than just a normal CPA. So those details we will go through as we keep on this discussion.
Absolutely, sir. And also, me being into the corporate connections, I have already noticed and got to know from almost all the MNCs that PGDM is more preferred for the job perspective into your portfolio rather than MBA. Because when you do MBA, you are having a degree from a regional university. For example, if I'm doing MBA from Bangalore University, it's just a Bangalore University. And PGDM is from central itself, that is AICTE, which is more preferable into the top MNCs or the companies who has, the broader regional or geographical locations. So, Dr. Nitin, you have already given an answer to my follow-up question that what is the core value proposition of combining the US CPA qualification with PGDM? I think we have already got the answer.
No, I
So
think
just a
I like to add what is the value proposition. The real value proposition is that normally it takes about somewhere close to 2 years in any case to prepare for the CPA program. And our leadership, all of us decided that the CPA program, when you prepare, you have to still write your exams. You have to qualify for your CPA. Okay, right? And there are things, and at times, of course, you might not end up writing the exams also because of certain considerations or certain things which might come up. But in the meantime, you're not losing those 2 years, you're not losing the money, you within the same amount of time, within the same amount of with a little extra effort, just about 20-25% extra effort, you are getting your MBA anyway, which is the PGDM program's degree. So that is a very, very big advantage. And even the amount of money that you spend is only a little extra. So the time spent is zero because you, in any case, are spending the 2 years for your preparation. And with a very little extra effort and some extra money, but not equivalent to the amount of money you would have spent if you were to go separately to get your MBA. So you are getting both these things. You are also diversifying your risk. Tomorrow you're not able to write the CPA exam or having this, you can still call yourself an MBA professional. So there is a lot of optimization, and in the coursework, we have done a lot of optimization. So things which you have all the CPA components of audit, taxation, accounting, and others, reporting, they all the is incorporated in the credit scheme of PGDM, and over and up. So we are. You don't need to repeat that in PGDM, and over and above that, we are optimizing the curriculum for you to learn about HR, strategy, operations, and certain other aspects of leadership, soft skills, and communication skills, which is very important for a job and becoming very valuable for a company. So we have incorporated all these things which you will in any case do as a part of your CPA into the curriculum, and got an approval from the board and AICT to do it this way. So the effort and time and money becomes minimal, and it becomes incremental instead of two separate parallel tracks. Muted. Akshay. Akshay, you're muted. Akshay, you're muted.
I'm so sorry. So I will add to it one more value proposition about this PGDM US CPA is designed by ISME and Simandhar in such a way that it is for working professional. Even let's consider if you're just a graduate and you are applying for a PGDM with US CPA, it is a weekend, live online weekend program. So weekdays, what we emphasize is you to apply for any job for the time being. What happens once you are graduate, once you are CPA qualified also for the licensing, you require certain duration of your work experience. So you get a sufficient time if you're working or if you would like to work during. So parallelly while working, you can complete this both the course, you can prepare for your CPA, and the moment once you are done, you can apply for your license, you can contest for the license as soon as possible. So nothing gets hampered, everything goes parallel. So thank you so much, Dr. Nitin, for emphasizing as well as giving a complete clarity about the PGDM and Simandhar integration. Next, I would like to move to Sripalji, the co-founder of Simandhar Education LLP. Sripalji, how is this path different from pursuing CPA or PGDM independently?
See, what basically happens is CPA typically requires 120 credits to sit for the exam. So normally your every year of graduation is converted into certain number of credits. So if your first year of graduation gives you 30, second year gives you 30, and final year gives you 30. Overall, a graduation gives 90 credits, and to sit for the CPA exam, you need 120 credits because US follows a 16-year education system. India follows a 15-year education system. So this is an excellent integration because people anyhow have to do a 1 year of additional studies in order to sit for the CPA exam. So this postgraduate diploma would rather add more value to their resume as well, rather than doing another year of MCOM and all, which many of the curriculum is not updated. But if I see the ISME, they get the brand, they get the curriculum, they're reading the latest stuff, and then there is an immersion program also. So there are a lot of benefits attached to this. This is what makes it interesting. So people can do their CPA also, and they can get along with CPA and MBA also, equivalent to an MBA. So it's like charo haath ghee mein jaise. So this is how I will tell for the student. This is the best
Absolutely.
opportunity for them to kind of utilize that. And I see a few of the questions from Trisha as well. So Trisha, I just wanted to kind of reply back because Akshay have asked that question. So I think the time is obviously it's a 2 year MBA. Like most probably, I think Akshay and other panelists also will brief about the PGDM program as well. But definitely, it's not something that you'll need to study to do things because most of the subjects have been integrated. So what you study in CPA, you will also find in PGDM. So it's more about the management subjects which you need to study. And today, one thing which AI can't automate is leadership, which is management. So I think this is what you will learn along with CPA.
Absolutely. And also this PGDM is why beneficial. I've seen Shripalji in my previous batches where students who have approached me, sir, I have done some bridge courses to, fill up the gap for the sufficient credit and all. But when I apply to NASBA, these during the evaluation and all, my credit is not sufficient. So what I humbly suggest to everyone, instead of doing multiple bridge courses, which may not be considered during a evaluation, why not to have a master degree into your portfolio? Also, it is going to help you when you are contesting for a better role, better position in any organization because you are a master degree holder. So let's say from executive, if you would like to, if you are looking for a promotion or not, unless you have sufficient in your portfolio, you will not be considered. Right. So this gives an add-on as well as a complete structural pathway to have a master degree as well as the requirement for your US CPA eligibility as well as exam perspective. Right. So, Shripalji, since now Simandhar Education is the only distributor for Beckers in India, so I request you to kindly highlight what is Becker, how it is going to help student, and what are benefits are they getting?
So I think Becker is, I would say it's more about the gold standard of accounting. If you see 2 million students are prepared with Becker, it's a legacy in itself. So I would say there's no comparison for Becker to any other providers, not just in India, but globally as well, because they have a 75 years of legacy. So they have produced almost 95% world toppers. Every year there have been almost like 90% is a success rate of Becker. So one of the top material, because if you see what's happening in Bangalore and other locations is most of the education institutes or the universities are doing integration program, but they are tying up with some local material. They are not providing proper material to the students. Students are not passing also. So the quality of the material also is very, very important, because end of the day you need to pass the CPA exam, and you can't pass the CPA exam without a material which is well recognized and all, and it's a global material end of the day. And we see a lot of the questions, Akshayji, coming directly from Becker in the exam also, because it is there in the market since 75 years. Most of the questions get repeated, and majority of the professional exams ask previous year questions. I mean, Prasad sir would also relate to that, because many of the questions in our exam have come directly from Becker. So that is one of the benefit. Also, what they see is this similar kind of questions coming up in exams as well. And if even if they don't trust me, they can just go to Wikipedia, search about Becker. They'll see if there are 10 CPAs in the world, 8 have prepared through Becker. And I'm talking about the global figures, and these are actually done by a third party review provider. It's not like in India where we claim 95% pass percent. It doesn't happen like that in the US. You need to be very careful about what claims you make, because then you are legally bound to. So you can just verify that claims also which Becker are made. It's like, even if you see the product, I mean, Prasad and me or anyone would also kind of present the product also. It's really amazing. It's they have even recently acquired Akshay Sana Labs, which is an award-winning AI technology for $120 million. So what it does is it actually identifies the weaker areas where students are not able to answer, and design the personalized test based on those weaker areas. Suppose I've started off with financial accounting reporting, which is the first section of CPA, and I'm very weak in revenue and leases. The Becker software understands that, okay, Sripal is not good in leases, then it keeps throwing questions on leases itself. So it's an AI based learning. It actually learns your performance on the software and then designs the personalized test based on your weakness itself. So, I mean, that's what Becker is. It's a legacy in itself. And we are really proud to have exclusive rights. It's not easy to have such kind of stuff. And that shows, I think we are doing pretty good. And I think the way ISME students, when they see Becker software, they'll really see the impact. Now, what happens is, along with Becker, it's very important that they also have the local accent, local videos, and live classes, because they want to get the access to the live experience and all. Prasad ji is there, a lot of the faculties are there. I think that's where they get tremendous support also. Overall, in Bangalore, I think ISME is the only one which is having Becker in their prep for MBA. I haven't seen a single institute currently in India having Becker. They are using some local materials. Some of them, I don't want to quote. When I met some of the students, Prasad ji, I just wanted to also share that they don't even have the books also. So that is the status currently. So they have been charged 4.5 lakhs, and they're not getting anything. So there is no, basically no ROI, to be honest. Akshay, you're on mute. Akshay, you're on mute, I guess.
So absolutely, those students have come across many times during the counseling itself that they have been learning it from so and so, any individual and all based on their learnings and all. And later again, they have to repeat from ISME or Simandhar Education for the preparatory. So it's a waste of time. It is a waste of effort. It's a waste of money. I'm not demotivating anybody, but still I'm giving the right track. I'm giving the right guidance that where to land up, because we have put in a lot of effort to bring ourselves up to such a stage where we can at least assure you that your time and your effort is not going to waste if you are going according to our guidance. We are there to make your career. It is not a business. It is all about a facilitation, what we are looking to provide you. So, Sripalji, we would like to congratulate Simandhar Education to be the exclusive right partner for Beckers in India. It is definitely not an easy task. We have been serving CPA, education from very long time at ISME, and we all know that how much it takes to, to provide these kind of add-on facilities or books or let's say these technologies for candidates to prepare for this. So thank you so much for giving a guideline on that. So from an industry standpoint, what roles are best suited for CPA and PGDM graduate? I would like to ask it from Prasad sir, since you are the director of Grant Thornton INDUS Bangalore itself. So, and also I would like to emphasize on Prasad sir has given many of the candidate an opportunity for the ITP, one of the very unique program at ISME, that is Industry Trajectory Program, which is for our regular student, as well as internship at Grant Thornton and placement at Grant Thornton with a very good packages, with a very good standard of work. So, sir, from an industry standpoint, what roles are best suited for CPA and PGDM graduate?
Thanks, Akshay. Before that, I want to emphasize that, I'm a CPA. I am licensed from Arizona State. I gave my exams in 2006. I'm a Becker student. So I vouch to what Sripal just said, 8 of 10, I'm one of those 8 people. So Becker is the best. That's coming as a student, my own experience. So that really, really helped me phenomenally to get through the exams and to really understand how the exam is going to look like and get through those tests, 4 tests. Now, coming back, 18 years I'm doing audit, and last 10 years I'm in Bangalore GT. A lot of collaboration with ISME, and the kind of roles, guys, we get once you do CPA. I think we hire people when they're doing CPA itself. Let me start with what we do. We give them internship opportunity. When they are doing the PGDBA program itself, we bring them for 6 months. They work with us from October through April, and we onboard them as full-time employees right after April. And CPA opens so many doors. The biggest door is getting a role in Big Fours or any CPA firm of the US. Grant Thornton is Big 5, Big 6. That is the ranking as of today. So you get an opportunity in an audit firm typically to start with. That's when I recommend that people should start with, because that gives you, it's like a buffet. You get to see everything. Then you pick, I want to go to consulting side, technology side, or a specialist in so and so department. Then you can pick once you get exposed to those areas in 2 to 3 years. So typically you get opportunities in audit area. You can become an auditor and grow up to the level of partner. And then you can get into taxes, US specific taxes, and you can pick consulting roles in advisory firms also, advisory wings also. So all CPA firms are having 3 pillars: audit, tax, advisory. CPA is a person who is ready to fit in any of those 3. Typically, you see people going into audit first, then they pick their choices between tax, advisory, or they move on to corporate side. When you move on to corporate side, you have options of working anywhere in the world, because if you think about US firms, they have their subsidiaries and operations happening in every part of the world. When you think about it, you need to have an audit going on in parent country in the US, and also you have to have a reporting/compliance requirements within the local country. That could be India, Sri Lanka, Japan, or whatsoever that could be. So you have options opening up across the world. You can get into corporate role, or you become an internal auditor, or you become an external auditor, become a tax expert, or you like technology, pick up SAP or AI or whatever that you like. And the flavor and the blend of CPA and technology will place you in so many wonderful roles. So to sum up, audit, tax, consultation. These are the 3 roles a CPA is likely to fit in. And trust me, you will get an opportunity the moment you clear 2 exams. You don't even have to clear 4. That is the value and weightage of CPA today. I think you're on mute, Akshay.
So, do you think doing PGDM plus US CPA will make candidates job ready?
Yes. So let me clarify this. PGDBA is nothing but CPA, according to me. Because if you go back and break down the content, the curriculum in that is stitched very nicely in such a way that how Nitin sir explained a while ago. You have CPA content, and you have also the other, skill set that you need when you become a professional or executive in the corporate world. So you get both. You get to become a good manager. You'll pick up good managerial/communication/executive presence skills and the core content of CPA. So if as a student, if I spend 2 years at ISME doing PGDBA, I can 100% be assured that I will get a wonderful job and a career for forever, for next 30, 40 years. That is assured. Because that is what is the content we have in PGDB, Akshay.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for emphasizing that. That's wonderful. Hope everybody is taking the most of this information. So, since we are talking about the career outcome and industry perspective, Dr. Nitin has also served um, um, the industry in Deloitte long back in US. So, Dr. Nitin, does the CPA qualification significantly enhances global mobility for PGDM graduate?
Yeah, of course. So now that is where, from a career outcome is concerned, as far as just if you just have PhD, right? You normally the demand of management graduates are there throughout the country. If you just have CPA, certainly it will be a good launch. You will have a lot of demand as a CPA professional for entry level within all these top four, top five accounting firms, plus many other jobs which are getting created in the area of accounting. But with a PGDM CPA, you get into a managerial track. And in a managerial track, your accounting knowledge is important and your management knowledge is important. And both these things together will allow you to grow up. Now, any growth in an MNC means that you are also obviously going to be placed abroad. In fact, like Mr. Prasad, who's of course very, very senior, he operates both out of US and out of India. Similarly, you will the option when you will have a much better and faster managerial growth, and that will allow you to go and get positioned in various places in Southeast Asia, Middle East, Europe, and the US, because CPA is useful everywhere. And if you are combining that with management and leadership knowledge, then your demand will be very, very high. So that's the reason why this global growth becomes accelerated, as you would say. And I would also like to add that especially the PGDM portion, we are also having three immersion programs in ISME for the candidates at the beginning, in the middle, at the end, and two internships. Now, some of you might be working, and we will incorporate your work as a part of internships, and others who might only be doing some part-time job, you will get facilitation for internship opportunities. All those things will lead to a good base of knowledge within management. And as has already been said, all the CPA curriculum has already been incorporated. So your effort is only half or even quarter, just 20-30% more, because you're only teaching the add-on subjects of management.
Thank you so much, sir. So, I would like to bring this discussion to a next section since we spoke about this opportunities and the integration. Now, I would like to bring this discussion to skill, curriculum, and learning experiences part. So, my first question was this to Dr. Shweta. How PGDM will be conducted? What all management subject will be? Since many of the students are asking through questionnaires here, can you explain the structure of this program, this PGDM with US CPA integrated ISME and Simandhar? How you have it structured?
Yeah. So Akshay, to answer that, the PGDM with US CPA is a 2-year program. It is a AICTE approved program designed to run in parallel with CPA preparations, not as a separate course. And our program is structured in trimesters, like first trimester PG, first trimester CPA, likewise including internship. So it is all done as per the AICTE guidelines. Now, how the PGDM is conducted? To answer that, we will have live online weekend classes, ideal for students and working professionals. We also have structured academic calendar, which is aligned with CPA exam timelines. We also have campus immersion modules for leadership, soft skill, and practical exposure, as already emphasized by Dr. Nitin. And we also have continuous projects, case studies, and internship. So the key idea is one integrated learning path with two outcomes, that is PGDM plus CPA readiness. Now, if I talk about management subjects, which we are going to cover in PGDM, so students study core management and leadership subjects, which include economics for managers, quantitative methods and business statistics, then some financial management subjects. They also study marketing, human resource management, operation and process management, business analytics and decision science, strategic management, leadership. So, all these, and also communication and professional skills. So, these subjects ensure students develop business thinking, decision making ability, and leadership skill, not just accounting knowledge. So, we give them a overall perspective. So, that's it.
Sure, ma'am. So, I would like to add to it, how do recruiters perceive CPA PGDM graduate compared to traditional MBA finance graduates?
Okay. So to answer that, recruiters see CPA PGDM graduates as more job ready and specialized than any traditional MBA finance graduate. See, a MBA finance graduate may be strong in theory and strategy, but a CPA PGDM graduate will be strong in execution, compliance, global finance, and reporting, right? So recruiters, especially the big four firm, GCCs and MNCs finance team, they often prefer a CPA PGDM candidate because they require less on the job training and they understand the global standards like the US GAAP, audit, tax, and moreover, they can handle real finance and reporting work from day one itself.
For the convenience, I would like to present the structure what US CPA and PGDM integrated. Here is how we are going to have these modules into, we'll have all these four questions and I'll show it a little ahead. So by the time I would move to Professor Soni Thakkar. Ma'am, how does the CPA curriculum complements PGDM subjects such as finance, strategy, analytics, and operations?
Thank you, Akshay. So to start, I would say the PGDM actually teaches the students the how and why. I will authenticate that. And the CPA actually empowers you to execute it, report it. So if, for example, I were to say in finance, the PGDM sets a managerial thinking, managerial mindset. For example, you have a chapter on capital budgeting or valuation, prioritize the projects, how to value. Now, having done that, you actually want to go and do that in the industry. That's where CPA comes in with a technical rigor. It actually authenticates, empowers you how to execute and how will you report to your shareholders? How will you report to your management? How will you meet the global standards like the US GAAP, etc.? So you are not only role ready, you are world ready. Like you are a manager who understands business because of the PGDM course, and then you are a professional who is authorized to add trust value to it, to authenticate it, to actually put a stamp, their own professional stamp on it. So it's a very beautiful merger of two things, the theoretical aspect, the how and why, and the trust factor which the CPA brings into it, because your signature itself is enough to say that, yeah, everything is in order as per global standards.
So again, I would like to move to Sripal ji. What technical and managerial skills do students typically develop through this integrated pathway?
I think most important is obviously through internship, they develop practical skills in audit or tax. I think that is very important because that's what through Prasad and other industry leaders, they'll get an exposure. Second is the managerial skills. It's very difficult these days to manage teams, to develop entrepreneurship, because what happens, Akshay, is after CPA, you can set up your own firm also. You can open your own setup. So how do you manage what is the org structure and all those things? That becomes little difficult if you don't have the managerial kind of subjects and sections. So how do you design the overall structure? How to ensure that your work gets executed? These are very, very important skill set, especially in terms of the managerial skills. In terms of technical skills, obviously after CPA or PGDM, they will get the exposure to US audit, US tax. They also get exposure to advisory. Even a bit of AI also, Akshay, I've seen in the curriculum. So I think that is what also will make them future ready. So not just technical, but also technology skills are also very much required these days. And I think this program would kind of give justice to all of them.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Sripalji, to emphasizing that. Uh, since Dr. Nitin is tight with the schedule, I would like to just add one more question. What kind of return on investment do you think, career-wise and financially, can a student, realistically expect from this program?
Yes, I think this is a good question because typically standalone MBA programs, even online programs, are costing between 2 to 4 lakh rupees in the market. Out here, from a pure perspective of ROI, first of all, the cost is less than 2.5 lakhs for this program, which has access to better Becker's materials, training in CPA curriculum, and a PGDM AICT approved program. So within the same cost, you're getting two things. So in a way, there is no extra cost that one is spending from if you were to just do an MBA. So that is itself a huge value. And one, in a normal case, we have seen that typically, if you do an MBA, your salary doubles. That has been the rough rule of thumb. But here, if you really see, the salary will become more like 4 or 5 times because experienced management professionals who have CPA are in salary ranges of plus minus 15 lakhs a year. And it could be more. Sripal and Prasadji, who are from the industry, will let you know. But it will be lot higher because you're not only getting the benefit of becoming a management professional where the salary would double, but you'll also get a benefit of becoming a CPA certified accountant. And so this is where the big advantage lies in that the amount of money you are spending is nothing extra, is the same amount of money, and in that same amount of money, and it roughly translates to 10,000 rupees a month over a 2 year period, and in that same amount of money you are able to get both these degrees. And so that is the big advantage and the big ROI, which will then get translated into faster career as far as the leadership is concerned. And one good point which Sripalji had brought out is even starting your own company. You can start your own firm as a CPA certification, and within entrepreneurship also you need the same skill sets. You have to manage your business. You need to understand other than finance aspects of your business, you need to understand all the other aspects of your business also, including leadership, marketing, branding, people management, and other things. So, and which is true even in a corporate career. So this is where the value proposition of this course lies in terms of ROI. And I'm sure Prasadji and Sripal ji can add on how the career progression will typically happen, and in terms of salaries and in terms of job roles. So thank you
Yes.
very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was definitely a privilege to have
Thank you.
you
Thank you,
on
Akshay.
board here, sir. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
very
sir.
much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
Nitin.
No, no
So,
others. I think Akshay does have some more questions for
yes,
others,
we
but
we
I
have
need to leave. I'm sorry.
yes, Dr. Nitin is tight on schedule. So, this was Dr. Nitin, director at ISME International School of Management Excellence. And now I would like to ask a very small question to Prasad sir. What practical exposure does student get since GT have been providing internship and placement to ISME student? I could take ISME name since I'm associated to ISME, and I've seen most of our student, those who take IAT, that is International Accounting in Finance as a specialization. Almost everybody, they get an opportunity to do internship at Grant Thornton, as well as they hardly struggle to get a job at GT itself. So what is the practical exposure these students they get there, sir?
Thank you. So we take interns. Just to give quick recap of what Akshay just said, we onboard interns between October to April. We take interns who are doing PGDB programs specifically because they're CPA driven people. So we onboard them and we give them training for about 3 weeks. And then we'll put them on board along with our standard audit teams. We treat them as full-time employees, meaning whatever my senior, my manager, my associate is doing, the intern is also doing the same kind of work. It's not that you do some kind of clerical work only. We give them all the opportunities, we train them, we give them all opportunities, give them all the exposure they need, so they understand what audit actually is, not by reading it, not by doing homework, but by doing it. So when it is planning of the audit, risk assessment, meetings with the governance, substantive testing, how to write an email, how do you present an observation to the next level, all these kind of things, an intern is getting that kind of exposure. So by the time they do one cycle, that is by end of April, they have fair knowledge of more than 50% of what an auditor actually does. And they get a flavor of how my life is going to look like if I continue this. 99% of the time, I see students coming back as full-time employees. Like I said, audit will give you that kind of exposure wherein you get to see a big picture, and then you can, after spending 2 or 3 years, you can deep dive into the area of your choice. So first, I want to know what is this side, what is management side, what is client is doing, what is technology doing. You get all these exposures when you spend some time in audit. Like I said, in one word, we treat our interns as full-time employees. We give them all opportunities, like whatever my staff accountant is doing, staff associate is doing, intern is also doing the same. Okay?
Definitely, sir. Definitely. So, what kind of challenges these students do typically faces while managing CPA exams alongside with this PGDM? Since you have been the mentor as well as faculty for our US CPA student, and you have come across many questions, many students like this, and I believe you have the best answer to all our attendees here.
Yes, for sure. I'll share my own experience, but to put in one perspective, one word, the biggest challenge is, time management. Managing your time well, especially all those people who are working full time, and then you're doing PGDBA, and then you want to appear for CPA exams. The biggest challenge is time management. And trust me, there is no reward in life without a challenge, right? I mean, you have challenges wherever you go.
Absolutely.
That's when you should be smart and find out a way to get through the challenge. And I will be able to get through the challenge only when I have that determination, the clarity in my head, I want to do this. And automatically, I will find ways to give time to the chosen areas. So when I was clearing my exams, this is way like 2 decades ago, I was full-time working in a public accounting firm, meaning you're pretty busy for 12 hours a day and you have lots of travel. I was newly married. I have a small baby, like less than 1 year kid at home. I have to juggle between these things, ensure that I do good work at home, at office, and then come back and take care of my family responsibilities, and then still sit and serve. I carved out time in such a way that I'll give 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours on weekdays and 8 hours on Saturday and Sunday. Do nothing, just focus on this. And then I was able to clear all my exams in 8 months, guys. If I can do that, you guys can easily do, because you're in a better setup, better environment. You have lots of help. You have a lot of supporting systems around. Not only your teaching faculty, but you have AI helping you, Google helping you. You have so many mock exams, YouTube videos. Above all, Becker is the best. Trust me, Becker is the best. If you follow Becker, the success rate is 99%, right? 100% I can say, but because we are humans, I have to stop at 99. So 99% probability that you clear the exams. The challenge is there. The biggest challenge is time management, but thankfully there is an answer as well. Once I know this is going to take care of my life, can't I give 2 hours a day? It is going to take care of me for next 40 years. Once I get that kind of analogy, once I give that kind of weightage to the qualification, which is going to take care of me forever, I will find time and then I will overcome the challenge easily. I am not just giving you the challenges listing, but I am also saying we can get through the challenge very easily if you have that kind of evaluation done in your head. Sorry, you're on mute again. Mute.
By knowing this somehow, definitely that is how they are choosing this path of US CPA, right? So I hope all the attendees have taken the Guru mantra from Prasad sir itself. When he, in such situation, can come across and become at this position what he is right now, definitely we can. When you have a lot of facilities today with all this AI and the institutions are helping you across one-to-one mentorship we provide, all the assistance you require will be doing in your behalf. We can design how you should be studying, what time you should be studying, and with the revision test pattern, we make you prepare for the examination. So a lot of helping hand, lot of helping support, and strategies what we have designed already. So you just have to focus on your time management. You have to take out a dedicated time and prepare and give it to it. And within few months itself, you will see yourself that you have already cleared all the papers. So thank you so much for this, great insight as well as sharing your experience. So let's look on the long-term impact and future readiness about this program. Soni ma'am, how does this integrated pathway aligns with emerging areas such as analytic, ESG, automation, and risk management?
Thank you, Akshay. So, Sripal has Hello.
Sripalji has left. He had to
Yeah,
get
he
into
has
a
already
meeting.
given a taste of it.
Yes.
I am
Yeah, please go ahead.
muted.
Please go ahead. I
Okay.
don't know what happened.
Okay. So, if you pick up analytics or automation, in PGDM, you're actually learning what it is in theory, but in CPA, you are actually applying analytics with Becker to study. So you have CPA simulation, you have adaptive testing. And further, when you learn process controls, etc., in PGDM, you're actually learning in CPA how to use that in internal controls, risk assessment, automated audits. So the both things are very beautifully integrated in theory, and you're actually practicing the AI and the business analytics model. Let me also take up now that you asked me risk management. The taste is in the pudding, right? So I'll give you an example. Like my daughter itself is working in North America after doing the PGDM and the CPA US with the second largest bank in North America in risk management. Now, this is only possible with the combination of both because she has the ability to think like a manager and she's actually applying those controls in risk management. And someone spoke about the salary or the prospects. So for anywhere for this kind of role and this kind of education, the starting salary is somewhere near $1 lakh, which is very close to 60, 70 lakhs if you convert. And this is, I am not talking about theory, I am talking about my actual
Huge.
doctor doing it.
That's huge.
So if students have any doubt about the placement, that everything is covered in this course, in the curriculum, and in this integration of Simandhar and PGDM, because everything is taken care of. The internship, which is valued in your, which is counted in your CPA licensing, and you are not treated as interns, we were told. So the curriculum the administration, everything is so well integrated apart from the subjects that you don't have to look any further for stepping into the real world. So I'm happy to elaborate on any particular point if you want, but for analytics, automation, and risk management, what you have said, the curriculum is very beautifully aligned.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And along with that, many congratulations to you being a mother of such a daughter who has done it. And she is at a real great position where our students, our candidates are, dreaming to achieve that. That's
Yeah, and
really an achievement,
yeah,
ma'am.
it is an, I would second what Mr. Prasad said, working in audit in Big Four, the names like KPMG's and Deloitte's and Grant Thornton. And then she's gone to the second largest bank in North America in risk management because she chose risk management. And she's planning to switch to FP&A. So all this is possible, and that actually validates in real world. I'm actually seeing it happening.
Yes. That's really amazing. Wonderful. So, aligned to that, Prasad sir, where do you see CPA PGDM graduates positioned from now within 5 to 10 years down the line?
Oh, way above than anybody else. Guys, trust me,
Definitely.
this is going to open up doors globally. CPA is a global qualification. If I work, if I have a CA qualification, right, I don't think I will go find a job in US. But if I'm a US CPA, I will have a job anywhere in the world map because there is a US sub operating in most of the countries in the world. You have an opportunity for sure. And the way we hear about this disruption and stuff in the market, right? Technology is coming, it's trying to advance and cut down procedures, make it more efficient. Then what happens? Even then, in the regulatory framework, the kind of setup we are in, we need to have a professional who should be reviewing the work and sign off the work. And somebody mentioned nobody can replace a leader, nobody can replace a vision and management. That's when we will stand ahead of the rest of the world. I don't want to name the qualifications, but CPA as such, you'll have an opportunity wherein you have a job, respect, and recognition in the society, not just next 10 years, but next 30, 40 years,
Yes,
100%.
I so second this, what you said, that when you are an Indian CA and you go for international exposure, you need something international, and CPA just puts that stamp because my daughter is a CA and she had to top it up with CPA to be in North America, to have that signature validity. So absolutely on dot.
And also one more point, if you see earlier, when I came to India in 2014. There are only 2 or 3 US CPA firms, Big Four and GT kind of people. Now you have every small firm coming and having their offices in India. That is the kind of talent we have, that is the kind of opportunities we have. And like somebody said a while ago, you can have your own small business wherein you can do risk management, you can do tax work, you can do consulting work, you can do accounting work. There are so many opportunities popping up in market, especially in Bangalore today. The only thing you need to have is that kind of qualification, which is CPA.
You do, sir. To add to that, I have few of my students who passed out some around 3, 4 years back. They themselves have now their own firm registered in US as well as in India. They are operating. They themselves are a US CPA and they are running their show, handling US accounts successfully, and they are minting money. Simple as that,
So
right?
AI can replace the knowledge, but AI cannot sign as a CPA. So you will never be out of job. That is another big advantage.
No,
I
long
I
back,
am I am the live example, right? I'm a person who has this qualification, and I'm having a wonderful career in Bangalore. Likewise, there are so many people who are CPAs having beautiful career in India, working for US corporations and companies.
Absolutely, sir. And talking about AI doesn't work itself. It requires somebody to operate. So you do not have to worry about that, right? So, before concluding, I have short questions. That is, rapid fire round. I would like one skill CPA PGDM students must master. Anybody can answer me.
Application of knowledge, I would say. We have a different kind of mindset over years when you're doing a BCom, MCom, or whatever we did so far. Let's move away from that mindset. Try to understand and try to apply what you learn, not memorizing stuff.
One mistake students shouldn't avoid.
Sorry, I can't hear that question.
One mistake students shouldn't avoid.
One mistake students
Should avoid.
Student shouldn't commit that mistake. One mistake which they should not do.
or taking it easy. Don't take things easy. Don't think, oh yeah, I know this. No, there is a trick in the question, especially guys, when you deal with audit MCQs, there are two right answers. So don't say, I know this. There is a trap. So be diligent, pay attention.
CPA first or PGDM mindset first?
So I'll answer that. Create a mindset, but that's not sufficient. Add it with mastery alongside. So PGDM and CPA together makes you manager who understands numbers and CPA who understands business. You need to understand numbers and business both. So both alongside, no first.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And what would be the one piece of advice for the aspirants?
Register fast.
Thank you so much.
Stay focused, stay committed. You can do it.
Definitely. So with this, we conclude this webinar about PGDM integration with US CPA, and thank you so much for all the PAN members here giving a wonderful insight and information, making clarity of how to prepare and make our mindset ready to go ahead with PGDM with US CPA. Thank you once again for such a valuable insight. To summarize, the CPA integrated with PGDM pathway offers a powerful blend of global accounting expertise and managerial competence, preparing students not just for their first job, but for long-term leadership careers in finance and business. For students evaluating their next step, the key takeaway is alignment between your career aspirancy, learning capability, and long-term vision. Thank you to our audience for joining us today. We hope this session has helped you make more informed decision about your future. Thank you so much.
Any questions from anybody? I didn't see the chat window. So
Many of the questions which were asked, I've already integrated while asking an answer. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for a wonderful insight. And let's hope we can, build many careers ahead in the field of US CPA itself. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you
all
once
of you.
again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.